In this first example, we're going to be using Microsoft 365 Copilot to give us a hand with filling in this blank information on this pay report. So you can see right here, I've got an employee ID column at the start of column A. I've also got some raw data in a separate worksheet that I'd like Excel to reference. So if we take a look at that, you can see that that common field also exists in the raw data extract right here. The difference is the employee IDs are all mixed up, so they're not in any particular order. What I'd like Copilot to help me with is pulling through the first name and the last name data from the raw data sheet. So let's see what Copilot can do with this. You can see there, just clicked on the Copilot button, it's giving me the preview window along the right hand side. So a few different things that it's prompting me. I can get help with creating formulas. I can get it to help me apply things like conditional formats automatically, and I can also ask questions as well. So what I'm going to do down the bottom, and just using natural language, I'm going to tell it exactly what I want to do. So using the employee ID in the first column, look up the first name and the last name data from the raw data sheet. So notice that I haven't specifically said what type of function to use because I might not necessarily know. So let's see what Copilot comes up with. So it will take, usually sort of 30 seconds or a bit longer. It depends what you're asking it to do, but it's pretty quick. It's analyzing the data and it should give me a solution fairly quickly. You can see there it's generating a formula for that cell range. Okay, there we go. So there's actually a few different ways that you can use lookup functions, and the lookup function that Copilot is suggesting is an X lookup. So for the first name column, this is the formula right here. You can see I've got an option to go ahead and copy that formula. So I'll do that right now. I'm just going to copy that. And then if I just head to the first name column, just paste that in. You can see it's picked up a match there. Just double click the corner and copy that down. If you ever see this NA error, that means that it's not found a match with the function. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. So that's the first name and the last name. Let's take a look here. So there's the formula for the last name. Again, I'll do the same thing. I'll go ahead and copy that, and then I'll paste that in. And again, just double click to copy that down. So the next thing is, what do we do about the errors? Are we happy just to leave them sitting there, or would we prefer to have something a bit more user-friendly displayed in the column? So let's see if we can get Copilot to give us a hand with that. So instead of printing NA when a match isn't found, enter no ID. So just give it a few seconds to work on that. And again, it's going away and it's editing that formula to include some error trapping. Here we go. So there's the new formula. Let's give that a try. So again, I'm going to copy that. I'll paste it into the first name column. I'll copy it down. There we go. So instead of that error, we've got something that's a bit more user-friendly. And then the same again for last name. Copy that, paste it, and then copy it down. Thanks, Copilot. That was so easy. So in real terms, I guess, if you were doing this from scratch, you could use a VLookup, but you would need to use an if error function as well. so you'd have to nest two functions. Or if you're using an VLookup, then obviously you'd need to have some knowledge of how that works. So Copilot's been really handy with that. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to do this manually so you can see what steps are involved.